Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to show you guys a brand new box that I have received from gearbest.com. It is called Beelink GT1. In today's video we will be unboxing and also going to show you what this box can do for you. Alright, without wasting your time, you can see that the box is nicely designed. Once we try to open it, it's very easy to open. It has the box sitting right on the top. It's very nice looking box itself. And then you can see that it has been set up pretty professionally. You can see that each part has its own little compartment. And once you take it out one by one, it has a few little things. So first, when we open it up, it has the power supply, which is created for overseas. And we have to use a little adapter, something like this, in order to make it compatible to Canada or United States. The next little package is the remote itself. It's very nicely put together again, and we will get into it in a few seconds. And the next part is the user manual. Now the user manual is very simple. It just have 2-3 pages. It just indicates to you what type of connections you got and also basic operations to it. And if you look all the way in the back, it has some after service numbers and how you can contact just in case if something is wrong with the device itself. They have a very good website and also have a customer service number that you can call and take advantage of that. Going to the remote itself, you can see that it is very nicely designed, and from the top it has all the buttons that is possible. First, let's check the remote itself from the top. It's a very nicely designed little remote. It is an IR remote. If you go on one side of it, you can see that how high these buttons are created. So this way when you press, it has a little clicking noise to it, and yes, it's very nice. Again, this is a multifunction little remote. If you look on the back top part of it, it does have some little information how it will learn, so that we can turn on and off your TV with this. Also, it controls your volume control on your TV, and we will get into that in a few seconds. And once you go on the bottom part of it, it does take 2 AAA batteries, which is not included inside the box. But when you look on the front, on the top, you do have a little part for your TV remote control so that we can turn on and off. It has a little button for learning and also have the volume up and down for your TV itself. Also, if you look on the right hand side of it, you do have the power. This is going to power up and power down your box. Also, you have the mute, and also you have this settings button. If you look on the bottom, the navigation keys are set up very nicely inside and outside. You can see it has home on the left hand side, and then you have the media button, which will load your QODI. We will get into that in a few seconds once we go into the box itself. And also you have the navigation key, top, bottom, and right and left, and the OK in the middle. If you look a little bit on the bottom left hand side, you do have the return key, and on the right hand side you have the menu key, which is very mandatory for the Android boxes. If you look on the bottom, you do have the volume control on the left hand side, and also you have the page up and down on the right hand side, and the Earth little button, which is for your browser. And also you have the mouse button, and this way you can take advantage of the static mouse using the navigation keys. Look on the bottom of it, you do have the numeric buttons, and also you have the delete button on the left hand side and the new pound button on the right hand side. That's it about the remote. Let's get to the box itself. You can see it. It's very nicely designed. On the top, it looks like it has little cuts, and no, that's just a little picture and a little illusion that they put on the top, and it does indicate that this is Beelink. And if you look on the left bottom side of it, it does indicate Ultimate, which yes, it's a very powerful little device, and we will get into the aspects of it in a few seconds. In the front part of it, there's nothing there, but once you go to the right hand side of it, there's nothing there again. But when you go to the back portion of it from the left hand side, you can see that it has the power button, which is 5 volt. Right beside that you have the USB 2.0, and then right beside that you have the HDMI connection, which is 2.0, and then right beside that you have the Ethernet connection, which is a gigabit LAN, and then beside that you have the SPDIF. In another word, it is an optical audio connection. Going to the left hand side of it, you do have a USB 2.0 connection that we can connect your mouse, or in this case you can connect another external drive to this. And then you do have the mini SD card slot or TF card slot, and this way you can read up to 128 GB. Alright, enough said about this. Let's just get disconnected. So for this box, it is required to have an Air Mouse remote, and there's a lot of them on the gearbest.com. We will be placing a link on those ones at the bottom of this video, but in this case we will be just using one of the remotes that they have on their website, and we will be just playing with that. We're gonna put the static remote aside since we really require to have a Air Mouse remote. Alright, so first make sure that you connect the HDMI connection and then the USB for your Air Mouse, and then connect the power. While you're doing that, there is going to be a little light in the front you should see the B logo first on the screen, and then you will be getting a little animation just going through. Very nice animation, and it will tell you Beelink, make your life colorful. And very quickly it will go in the screen. So this is how the launcher looks like. It's very nice and very simple the way that they set it up. And yes, at the bottom you can see it has 3 pages. So this side has nothing, and also this side has nothing. But when you go on the main screen, you have the widget on one side, which is going to give you the time and also the date and also the weather. And right on the bottom, it also says the city that you're in. Right underneath that, you do have the task killer, and you can just click on it. Anything in the background will be killed very quickly. And then you do have the apps. So when you click, all the apps that are preloaded on this will be here. And since we have added a few more, it's also here. On the top part of it, their modified Kodi or their media center is called Kodi, which looks very, very nice. And right underneath that, you have a big icon for your browser. And then you do have the Google Play Store. It's very mandatory to log in and make sure you update all your apps through this. And also you have some little shortcuts for your file browser. And then you do have the settings. Once you go to settings, this is where you're going to set up everything from Bluetooth going all the way to your network, display settings, and also even you can manage your apps through this. Alright, so let's start some of the benchmarking with this. So we will first launch the S912. Under S912, we already have benchmarking with this, and we got the number of 39220, which is a very good number for a S912 chipset. We will get out of this and we will go into the Geekbench 4.0. In this, it will give you some information before we go in, and you can see that it does say that this is Beelink GT1. It is Android 6.01, and also this is running the Amlogic or Amlogic. And also the CPU setup on this is 1.51 gigahertz, and also the memory on this is 3 GB. But again, just to show you what number we got, under single core we got 433, and under multi-core we got 2083. Again, this is a really good reading for this chipset. There is not much tweak has been done with the CPU in order to get this a little bit better, and same with the multi-core. These are just regular default numbers that they have set up with this box. The next thing we would like to talk about is going to be the CPU Z. Under CPU Z, you can see that this is ARM Cortex A53. It is running under 1.51 gigahertz, and yes, this is octa-core CPU, and you can see the ones that are running and the ones that are going to sleep. It will keep changing one by one. And also the CPU load is here, which is about 23%. Going down under GPU, you can see that this is Mali T820, which is an octa-core GPU, and it is running pretty nicely. If we go under device itself, you can see the model is there, the manufacturer is there too, and the board numbers there. If we keep going down, the internal storage on this is 32 gig. You can see it right there. And also remember that there are certain things that they have using and they are partitioned in order to get the OS installed on this, and that's why it shows less than 32 gigabyte. But you can see that the available storage is 96%. We haven't installed much on this. And also you can see that total RAM is 3 gigabit, and yes, it is a little bit hidden since the GPU is also using some of these, and you can see that the available RAM right now is 60%, so it's not using that much since it's a very, very powerful CPU and GPU. The next thing we want to go under is the system. Under system, you can see that it is running Android 6.01, and if you keep going down, root access says yes, and we haven't tested it yet. So let's go out of the CPU Z and let's go under root checker to make sure the root access is enabled. Alright, so in order to add a shortcut, in this case we're going to add the root checker. Click on this little button right here, and then we will find the root checker, which is right here, and click on it, and that's it. When you go back by pressing the back button on your remote, it's added. So let's just launch that first. You will get a little pop-up for agree. Click that. It says welcome, press OK, and now let's verify. There you go, this is fully rooted. It does indicate to you right on the top, congratulations, root access is properly installed on this device. And that's how easy it is to check. You don't need anything else on this, and we will just get out of that. So the next thing we will be checking is the update. So when you go to update itself, and then we want to check for updates, so click on online update, it automatically takes you to this screen. And if there is an update available, you will get it, and you can click OK to it so you can install. Remember, it is mandatory to keep up to date, except that a lot of apps would not work in the future. So that would be the second thing. Another thing that they have indicated that they have installed on this or preloaded on this box, it's called the Kodi Mate. And this way you can install all the add-ons by just clicking this, or you want to categorize your add-ons by just clicking here. So you can install sports, movies, cartoon, live TV, other, and music. You can just click on it and it will install it on your Kodi. And also if you want to get some guides into learning how to do these things, and also you want to configure, and then if you want to do some settings, you can click here, and then this way you can back up your Kodi, also clean cache, check for updates, restore Kodi setup, download Kodi if you don't have it, and also if you want to send some feedback if you like this app or not. It's all going to be underneath of Kodi Mate. The next thing that they have entered is the app for TV. When you go to this, it's going to initialize your box. Now this is App Store, the ones that they want you to have. You can just come here and click on it and you can install. For utilities, there's lots of apps that they have added to this, and also for media, if you want to watch certain things, something like Crackle, PBS, and if you want to install Plex on this, you can do that too. HBO Go, Hulu, even the MX player, so that way if you have any videos on your USB, clicking on this, it will be able to play it for you. Alright, so let's go into the Kodi media. Alright, so this is our 4K video, and you can see how fast it started loading it, and there was no pause to this while we were playing it. It's very nicely done. And when we go to stop, and let's go to 1080p video, you can see again it's so fast it just started playing it for us, and there's no pause to it. Very nice sound to it too. So it looks pretty good, and it does pass our test. Again, we have played with this a little bit more before, so that's why we just going to show you little clips. Alright, so we will get out of this app also. So you can take advantage of your Kodi, and it does have the Kodi Mate in order to install your third-party add-ons on this, and this way you can play with this box without you going outside and doing it with other people. I will be placing a link where you can order this box from, and also any other boxes from gearbest.com at the bottom of this video. At the meantime, I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram and other social networking places. And thank you.